Welcome everybody, this is Jack with another training, and today we do some Q&A where you can ask me questions about local team Jack and lead finder Jack to get you moving and implemented easier. And once we are done with questions Q&A, Tammy will jump on and reveal 3 of the 21 points of the checklist. Are we ready for that? So please feel free to ask questions, and how more questions you ask, how better, how more content you will get. So Tamar asks, please address putting social follow buttons into local team Jack. So you see here, we have those social buttons. So let me go to a standard website. And you see those social buttons here. If you go in the dashboard, local team Jack, and then you see social, and if that field has a link, it will show up. So let's make, you see here, Facebook is shown here, correct? If I take out that link and save it, and refresh it, then the Facebook link is not showing anymore. So I think, not sure, but you can go to Friege's Ask Question and search for social. How to add social media links at the top of your website. You see that? So Yvonne does a very good job in Friege's Ask Questions. So you probably want to look first if you have a question about that. Okay, so how do we replace slider images, and how do we know what size of the image we need? Okay, so let's search on images. And then how to edit images, how to edit, how to display, how to change the color, how to edit image using airframe view, how to use demo image and large image, how to add point size. I think there is a size of the images. Slider image required size. Slider image on the home page should be 620 wide by 325 to fit a lot space slider in local team Jack. So that is where you get some information about the size, but you also can see that in local team slider. And then when you scroll down, you see the slides. You see that? So if you go to this image, you know, a very handy trick if you don't know the size from a website, you right click it and you save image as. You see that? Save image as, and then you save it, and then you look up the size of that image. And with the slides here, you can edit. Here you can add new slide, edit new slide. So it should give me the power. I don't know which browser you're using, but can you add more than 3 slides? Yes, you can add many more. So if you go to the digital marketing team, you see it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 slides. Can you add video? Wow. You can add video, but not as a slide. So video plus image, but the video will be one video. It will not be video 1, video 2, video 3. Has the mobile team made 100% mobile friendly? Yes. Is a good idea to save the images if you can plan on replacing the slider image anyway. Okay, so it's always good to save the images. Create a playlist in YouTube. Yeah, you can do that too. So it will then show the next one. At a certain point, I will do also video slides, but not soon. I think I get that question a couple of times, but it's not on a high priority list. But it will come at a certain point. How to white label and hide logo team Jack customer dashboard? Okay. Actually, for white label, we did a lot. This discussion has been gone on for several months, and the complete team is white label. So nowhere in the code you will see local team Jack. So even more, you can personalize it with your own name. So if you go to settings and you go to white label, you see now the name local team Jack. But my name is Larry Miller, I think. What was your name again? Who asked that question? Let's do Charles Miller. I don't know if you Charles Miller. And now I submit, and now you see that name of the team in the backend is now Charles Miller. Okay, you can even take it a step further. You see, 1 second, is coming up. You see now this is the default image, but I highly recommend you create your own team image. So you go to Charles Miller, settings, white label, and then here you can upload your own image, and the size is 600 by 450 pixels in PNG format. So you want to create first that image and upload that image. Now what the result will be that the name is specific and your team image is specific. You can add, on a team image, you can add your website name, your phone number, your company name, your personal website name. So every time when the client looks in the backend, they will remind on you, and you look incredible professional with that. Is that clear? Yes, I do, Zakar. But not very soon. That's coming. Okay, any other questions? Did I skip one? If you ask and you didn't get a good answer or you didn't know answer, just repeat it. Jack, do we have a checklist of tasks that we need to do before ongoing site maintenance, basic, not video, etc.? Do we have a checklist of tasks that need to be done for ongoing site maintenance? Yes. And that's a very good question, Arlene, and I will put something together for that. One second, let me copy that question. For the call to action, there are PSD files in the membership site. So if you go to the membership site, resources, call us now image pack, form image pack, and there's a PSD file in it. So there is somewhere is in a PDF which question you want to ask when you set up a website. But Loreen asked, Arlene asked, what is needed to what is needed for maintenance. So you go to get a client and you want recurring income, okay? What should you offer for $97 per month? I think that is the background of Arlene's question. So you want always recurring payment. So you said, okay, I do the maintenance, and then the client is, but what are you doing for $97 per month? So I think we have to come up with a document what helps you to answer that question. Is there any checklist on what all changes to make for a new business site? Yes, there is. Yvonne make that. What to ask? Oh, what to ask? Website contract, website lease, paperwork, leave, slider, PSD files. I will see website client taking questionnaire. I think that is the what you ask. And you just, when you get that information, you put that into the website poll. Can we add the video to other pages as well as the homepage? Yes. So what you do, you go to YouTube. I give an example. Wow. Don't know what this video is about. So you take share, I think, embed code, and then show more, I think, and then you want the size. Let's say you want 560 by 315, and then here YouTube is giving the embed code. Everybody get this part? Get the embed code with the right dimensions from YouTube. Okay. Now I copy this, and then I go to a page, Let's say I go to the About Us page. And I go to the text mode, and then I don't know, I just copied that video somewhere on the page. Okay, and then I go to the About Us page, and here's the video. Did you get it, Paul? So go to YouTube, get the embed code with the right size, go to page, paste the embed code, and let's say you want to center it. At least this is what I like. So center and slash center, you update it. Refresh. Okay, here's the video. So it's pretty simple. Okay. So I don't want to make this call too long. Let's get Tammy on the call. Are you guys ready for 3 of the 21 checklist what you can help with getting a client? Okay, so let's see if Tammy is available. Hi, Tammy. Do you hear me? She doesn't hear me. I think, Tammy, did you mute yourself?
Hi, can you hear me?
I hear you now.
Okay, let me switch the screens. So while I switch the screens, everybody, put into the chat box if you would like me to give you 5 pricing strategies along with the first 3 points of the 21-point checklist while I do the changing here. If you can answer that question, I'd appreciate it. Because if you don't want it, then I'll just give you the 3 points on the checklist and we'll be real short. Okay, so show my screen. Everybody should see Wonder Woman with Superman in the background. Is that what you see? Let me see the question box. Okay. Let me see here. Okay, good. Okay, it looks like everybody can see, and it looks like the majority of everybody who answered wants that. So I just want to make sure everybody can see my screen and everybody can hear me. Is that accurate? Perfect, thanks. Okay, so what I'm going to be talking about tonight is something that Jack and I have been talking about for, oh, I don't know, it's probably been going on a month now, about how can we help you become the local website hero in your business as a local marketing consultant. And I know that when I first started out, I had nothing. I bought into a system, but then I had to teach myself how to get out and sell and what to sell and what to do and how much to price. So Jack said, well, share the part of the 21-way system, and it's all about asking questions. So imagine how cool it would be if tomorrow you could go out and have the confidence that you could start getting clients to start paying attention to you just because you know the right questions to ask. So kind of put yourself into that scenario of what would it be like if you had some concepts that you could use to do that. So before I show you the 3 points from the checklist, I'm going to give you a little bonus because everybody always wants how much do you charge or how much can you charge. So I've thought about this a lot, and I looked up some of my best-selling services that all start with the basics of a website. And if you've been on the training before, you've watched as I go through the 21 parts of the website, and each one of those becomes a revenue stream for you to offer in the future. And just a few minutes ago, one of the questions was, well, what can I do for $97 a month? And I actually hadn't planned on talking about that, but I will address that a little bit. But first of all, I want you to know that the prices that I'm going to be talking about may or may not be appropriate where you live. I live in Southwest Florida in a small town. These are prices that I know that are pretty much accepted between Naples and Tampa on the west coast of Florida and across the country. But again, I don't know where you are, so I want you to take the pricing and apply it to your experience where you live, because again, I don't know where you are, and I know some of you are in Europe, some of you are in Australia, some of you are in South America, so you're all over, so you'll have to do your translation. So I'm going to just put the caveat up that this is for discussion purposes only, no guarantees are made, and of course, use it as guidelines. But let me go ahead and I'll start with the one thing that I'm going to give you the first 3 questions to tonight, and that is a 21-point website analysis. As you know, I have used the local theme jack websites, and I've broken it down for you and showed you over the last couple months how each one of those can be revenue streams. So think about it. If you did a 21-point website analysis where you tell people what is wrong with their website, this is a report that you could hand to them using a simple checklist format. You could hand it to them and they can do one of 2 things. They could hand it over to their web person, or you have become the solution to their problem. They could hand over the fixing or the solution to you. But what I'm wanting to show you is that this analysis of their website and the time it takes you, which if you actually do a good job will probably take you about an hour or so to do, you could legitimately charge between $500 and $750 for this analysis. And this is not a what I call a quick and dirty analysis. This would be a more in-depth analysis based on the basic questions that anyone would ask. And the beauty of this 21-point website analysis and why it commands such value and such money is because it is valuable. If you can point out to someone why their website is not doing what they want it to do, which is either capturing new clients, building a list, or getting found online, you're giving them something of true value. So that is one way that you can make money just by what you know and by taking some time to do a 21-point analysis. Another thing that you can do that is really hot right now, and it's totally related to your website. Remember Jack showing the social media icons at the top? You had Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Google+, I think I saw Flickr, and some other social media icons, and Skype. you can legitimately get, just for Google Plus, because that includes the Google Plus page, YouTube, and the uh, Google Maps, $500 to $895 to just set it up, depending on how deep you go and what you provide for that. So right there is a really excellent foot in the door. And these are all strategies that I use and other people across the country are also using. So this isn't just, you know, something that is nobody's doing. These are things that people are doing, and these are the price ranges that people are getting. Another one, you see on the front of the local theme jack, the box where it asks them for their name and their email, and you're going to give them something of value in return, like a report, a white paper, a newsletter, a video, whatever, some type of valuable information. You could help someone start a list, and believe me, when I go out and speak, people all say, do you have a list? And they do not even know what that means, because your average local business person, their list may be, oh yeah, I have a bunch of business cards with a rubber band wrapped around them. That's my list, but they never ever get input into anything, so they never actually start building relationships with people. So you could do email or autoresponder marketing. Again, it's under $500, and you could be charging between $200 and $300 a month to keep it going. And I did even up these numbers. Instead of saying 197 or 297, the sevens, of course, are a marketing tool, because it seems like it's less if it's a 97 versus 100. So I'm just using these nice round numbers to make it simpler to talk about. Directory building or citations, which can be part of a reputation marketing system. Again, $495 setup with $500 or more ongoing. Now, there are many different services out there, but what I have found is on a piece by piece basis on directories, you're normally going to be paying about $3 to $5 per directory using a service that does directory and citation building as part of their business. But think about it, the value to someone, if they have their directories all set up properly and the citations with their name, address, and place on it so that it matches their website, and that's a whole nother revenue stream that you can help somebody build. So that is another one. And then, of course, review marketing as part of reputation marketing. And note, I'm saying marketing and not management. A few years ago, the term reputation management was, I would say, the reputation 1.0. Now it's all about using reputation to marketing. And of course, you can do a lot with reviews, testimonials, videos. Again, take a look at your local ThemeJack website and look at the features. It has the icons as seen in, and it has the testimonials. And of course, you can help somebody to build their reputation and their testimonials. These are all revenue streams, and they all are $500 or less for somebody to get started. So these are all what would probably be considered foot in the door opportunities. And of course, you don't have to charge any of these prices, but I'm just giving you an idea of what people around the country are charging for these different services. And as you know, I'll just give you a real quick 1, 2, 3 just as a reminder here. So here's some examples of your themes, and if you look at this right off of the top, you certainly can see at the top you have opportunities for social media, you have the tap to call, you have the lead building, and of course you have mobile responsive websites. So I just wanted to point those few things out to you and keep this training kind of short and sweet. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go to my next thing, which is simple here. And I just want you to look at this, and it appears to be a very simple, let me see here, make sure that you can see it. It is really a very simple reputation checklist, and this is all based on asking questions, because if you can ask questions, you can control your entire engagement, and the more questions you ask and you're able to discern what someone's problem is or their pain, the better. So this is actually the framework for a very simple custom 3-point website checklist. It could be a website reputation checklist. It could be a web presence analysis checklist, but it all starts with asking questions. And again, the more you know and the deeper you go with your questions, the better it is. And for example, question number 1, is your website mobile friendly? Yes or no? You know that you have a local ThemeJack website that is mobile friendly, mobile responsive, so you have a solution to their problem. So depending upon the answer to that question, yes or no, then of course you can go from there. And the beauty of it is even if they have a mobile responsive website already, what would be stopping you from suggesting that they might want to add another mobile asset to their arsenal of their huge online footprint? There's nothing saying that we can only have one website. So think about all of the possibilities just by asking that one question and then seeing what type of response you get. Number 2, does your site have a lead capture form? Does it capture email? Does it capture form? They may say to you, what's a lead capture form? That opens the door for you to answer with, well, if you want to connect with your potential clients, your existing clients, you will want to be able to create an ongoing communication with them. And if they come to your website and you have a lead capture form and you're offering them some type of information, then you can capture that email or phone number and go from there. And you can explain to them the value of having a lead capture form on their website so that they understand, oh, I could be getting more clients and more client engagement. So that one question opens that door to that conversation that may lead to having you be able to offer them that ongoing monthly service that would include list building and email communications or SMS text messaging, or it could even open the door to doing pay per lead or pay per call marketing or pay per email marketing. That one question is a big door opener. So think about how you might expand on these simple little questions. Question number 3, does your website show your reviews and testimonials? Again, reputation marketing is up and coming. It's huge. People need it. It is a pain point. If they have a bad review, they need to get more testimonials to get rid of that taste of the bad taste in their mouth from the one bad review. So right there, it opens up the door for you to offer ongoing reputation marketing, helping them put in place a way for them to get testimonials. This works very well with dentists, uh, AC repair people, plumbers, anyone who relies on word of mouth, which is pretty much everyone. They rely on word of mouth. And so if you ever ask a person, what is the best way that you get customers and referrals, and they say to you word of mouth, you immediately can say, well, I have something that I could help you with. So this is just the taste of the different types of questions you can ask. And I've actually put together a 7-point website checklist and a 21-point checklist, all based on the 21 things that I found on the local Theme Jack website that I could create revenue streams. So I just wanted to show that to you, that the very fact that you could take these 3 questions and you could end up just without overwhelming anyone. You could either use this in a personal conversation, you could talk about this over the phone, or what I always like to do is I like to use these questions as the basis to create what I call my video mini proposals or my video analysis, because I can go in and make a simple video of someone's website in less than 5 minutes and create something that is very valuable, very powerful, and something that will grab someone's attention. Remember, I've been talking a lot about how do you grab people's attention. Video grabs people's attention. So I'm going to go ahead and close it down on that. But that is 3 ways that you could use a checklist to grab people's attention. I gave you 5 different revenue streams and some estimated price points that you could use. And I just want to invite everybody, let you know, and I think that if you read your email, you know that we've created Website Hero. It opens up Tuesday at 11, and you're all invited to participate in that. And you can go check that out at www.websitehero.biz, and it tells you everything that you'd want to know about that. So I want to keep it pretty short. Are there any questions about anything that I taught tonight? I'll see if I can find your questions behind here. Okay, Bill Taylor, where can we find those 3 checklists? Well, I just showed them to you just a second. This is the checklist. The 21 checklist is part of the Website Hero. Okay, let's see. I'm looking, Jack, are you on the call so you can help me answer some of these questions? I'm going to go back up and see. Okay, Oliver wants to know about how do you price for optimizing and ranking videos. The way that I do that is in a couple different ways for optimizing and ranking videos. If I pay somebody to do it, who knows what they're doing, it's typically going to cost me about $25 per video. So of course I have to make at least $50 a video. But what I do is I put it into a package. So let's say that I make 10 videos and then I will optimize 2 videos a month. I will charge anywhere from $100 to $200 a month to do that with the optimization, and then say I'm going to send out 2 videos a month. So if I create 10 videos, I will send out 2 videos a month over the course of time. So I put together a package. So it really depends. I know that if you're actually going to create a custom YouTube channel with all the bells and whistles, you can charge up to $1,500. That's what I have seen the people who are really customizing. I mean, where they go in, they do all the keywords, they do the playlist, they do the cards and all of the annotations, and there's a lot of work involved in making a really super customized YouTube channel. Brad says, I work in rural America. Many don't have a website and aren't sure they want one. Any suggestions? I would think that the pricing that I talked about, again, it's, what will the market bear where you're at? You could sell, I think you could easily, I've sold my local theme jack packages that include the video, or excuse me, the website hosting and some original ongoing material. I have it priced at about $1,500, and then I'll say it's on sale. I'll put it on sale for like $700, but I include things that they want. So, but you could have that be a foot in the door for around $500 or so. But it depends on you. What again, that's why I don't like to talk about pricing, because it's so different. John Cito, the 21-point checklist is in the website Hero. What would a VA charge to do that? Larry, a virtual assistant, it depends on where your virtual assistant is. If you are dealing with someone in the Philippines, you might pay $4 to somebody an hour. To a service in the Philippines, it's more like $8.50 to $10. And they normally have you buy it in like blocks of time, like 250 or so. And then there are other places where maybe it's a flat fee of anywhere from $25, $50, $100. It really depends on what exactly the services are. To tell you the truth, Larry, I don't know what a VA would charge to do Google Plus, because it would depend on exactly what you want them to do, because it can be anywhere from, I'm going to do the simple stuff like claim it and just do a few things, to doing the complete package that includes a Gmail and a YouTube. So it would depend. Let's see. The question is from Ted. Would you consider creating a course, or do you have one already to teach how to on these services, or other alternative, taking a chance on Warrior Forum, how to on these services? I actually do have a college level course where I teach people how to build all these things. I don't necessarily teach how to provide them, but I actually do have a course on how to actually create all this stuff, but it isn't based on selling it. Let's see. I'm not sure the question from Ron about Nice Page, where did you find that? If you're talking about Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman came from Pixabay.com, and she was a free commercial royalty-free download.
Ron referred to the mobile image page.
Oh, okay. Well, the mobile, all those are screenshots of mobile local theme jacks.
Mm-hmm.
That's what all of those are. Let's see. Tap to call is on Malcolm. When you have a local theme jack website and it's mobile, it's tap to call. You touch it and that icon does do a tap to call. The URLs of the sample sites, Jack can give you that information. Certain thing, let's see. Okay.
So I got keeping question about website hero. So this will get launched coming Tuesday at 11 p.m. EST. And what we will do is we will keep the price very low the first 2 days, so everybody get a chance to jump from very affordable price on it, because you guys are my members and you guys know that it's coming and you see the value of it. So make sure you check it out Tuesday, 11 p.m. EST. Sorry, AM. Sorry, you're right, AM. So Tuesday, 11 a.m. and you have, let's say you have 1 day to decide if you want, but we will keep that price very low because we want to reward you guys as our members.
BBNI, that is 11 a.m.
Yeah, you're
Eastern
right.
time.
You're right.
It's 11 a.m. Eastern time.
Yeah.
There's a question from Jimmy Hoskins. What is the difference between Website Hero and Website Hero Expert? Website Hero includes all the training and the checklist and some done for you presentations and some other things. Website Hero Expert includes websites and some additional higher level training and some other bonuses that I've included about getting attorneys and plastic surgeons, D&I groups, and Chamber of Commerce that I recorded about a year or so ago, but I've never ever released. And this is the first time any of this stuff has ever been released. And I've got, I believe, 9 videos just about where to find attorneys all over the world, 9 videos on how to find plastic surgeons and cosmetic surgeons, and then I have 6 videos all about Chamber of Commerce's and how to dig deep on those, and then 3 or 4 videos on D&I groups, how to use them without becoming a member, and then I give a secret letter that, I mean, step by step, I mean, even like how to, everything about this little secret letter that I did that is very powerful. So it's got a lot of different things. It's this, the checklist, I actually show you, I spent time recording, going over each question, and you have to listen to it because I tell you my thinking, and it's hard to explain because it's a lot of what you get from me is my thinking process. And I try to explain to you, okay, here's a simple question you can ask, but what does this simple question mean, and how can it lead to money in your bank account? So think about it. If you're armed with even these 3 questions that I talk to you about tonight here, you know, it seems like it's just a simple little question, and it's really not a yes or no question. It's more of a, is your website mobile friendly? And if it is, then don't go, oh my God, they've already got a mobile friendly website, because it really doesn't mean anything even if they have a mobile friendly website, because every time I go look at a website, I always find something that I can see, and I'm going to look for my, oh, here if would everybody like to see just an impromptu, simple analysis that when I go look at a website real quick? We have about 8 minutes before it's 9 o'clock. Would you guys like to see just a simple on the fly thing? Okay, let me do that.
Tammy,
Yes.
would you want to take a minute to take care of your dog and then we do this?
Uh, will you hear the crunching?
Yeah.
Just a second.
So in the meantime, Tammy takes care of that. I want to make sure you guys understand that Tammy and I are working now many weeks, and it is actually based on your guys' question during the webinar, how to make a website analysis. So we came with a checklist, we came with a video explaining the checklist, we came with all kind of tools to find leads and how to do the analysis. So Tammy's now doing a live training, a part of what you guys can expect with Website Hero coming Tuesday. So coming Tuesday at 11 o'clock, you will see an email from me which has for 24 hours a special discount. Tammy, do you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
I just randomly went and found this plastic surgeon. Okay, so if I were to look at this, obviously I'm not going to ask about the mobile friendly in this particular case because I'm looking at this on my screen, but this obviously it appears to be a very nice website, and you might say, oh wow, this person has got a beautiful website. And so I'm looking at it, and what is the first thing that I see is I say, okay, he's got an e-newsletter, Facebook, and Twitter. What's missing? I'm not seeing video. He's a plastic surgeon. So let's go see if maybe he has videos hidden here. Okay, I'm going to have a disclaimer. Okay, these are obviously pictures of before and afters. But what this is telling me is opportunity right here. This guy does not appear to have a YouTube channel or videos on his site. So immediately I might say to myself, okay, look at all of these opportunities here for plastic surgeon that could lend themselves to before and after videos. So if I had I said, well, I don't really think that he needs a website, but what could I offer him? So here, immediately I'm thinking I can offer this guy videos. So what I might do is I might go ahead and go look to see if this guy has videos. It's drcavalli.com, and he's in Atlanta. So I might just spend a little time doing some basic research, and I'm also looking, let's see, media appearance. So he's got some media appearances, but that doesn't mean that he's using them properly. I'm not really seeing any testimonials here. So that might also be something. So what you could do is you could choose. We know that he's not pushing the fact that he has YouTube. So what you could do is you could say, okay, I'm going to go check out to see if he has a YouTube channel, and I'm going to go check out and see if this doctor, what type of reputation he has, and go see how he's doing in his Google. I did not pick him out of the Google 7-pack listing. So right there are 3 different things that you could go check if you were to do a website analysis. Or you kind of get the idea of what I'm doing. I'm going to find different potential clients that I want to do business with. And I think that's really, really important that all of you, especially if you're working in a small town situation or a local situation, or even if you're trying to do business around the world, if you, especially in the beginning, figure out who you want your clients to be and get your first client under your belt, it's going to be a lot easier in the future. And that's why Website Hero, I think, is kind of an important uh, system, is because it gives you literally paperwork to follow, and it will help you to train yourself what questions to ask. You can take the checklist, put your logo at the top of them, add your address, and you could make a really nice report. And then, of course, if you do the video analysis with it, you've got a dynamite foot in the door prospecting package that is different than your average person. The average person doesn't send people video proposals. So it gives you something that will make you stand out, and so people won't be perceiving you as a commodity. And that is one of the things that, as a website consultant, that's one of the things you have to be aware of, is there's a lot of people out there with websites, but what makes you stand out is that you come off as the professional, the consultant, the person who's giving them huge value. And the way that you're showing that you provide huge value is because you're using the online tools that make you stand out, using video, using presentations. You have your checklist. And again, they're simple. Don't be fooled by the simplicity of it, because it's in the questions that you create rapport. And when you are able to create rapport and you get the pain to their pain point, what is their pain, and you become the solution, you get clients. So do we have any questions on that? For some reason, I've got my screen here and now I can't see my questions.
Okay, I will.
Okay, I can see it now.
Okay, I can. So the question is, what if he wants to keep his current website? And we discover all those things like, this website that you had as example, he didn't have YouTube videos and YouTube channel. So what are you going to do in that case?
So if you were to talk to that plastic surgeon about, hey, did you know that videos are very powerful, and you could even take some of his images and make a sample before and after to give him an idea of what it might look like. Uh, that is actually what I did when I got my plastic surgeon. My very first plastic surgeon client, I did a before and after video, real simple. I mean, this was using Windows Movie Maker when I first got started, with music in the background, and it was literally before and after photos, and I made, little short 2-minute videos with music. I think I used Animoto to make those, and I was able to say, see the power of that. And then I, of course, suggested to him, I can make you a YouTube channel, we can put it on Facebook, we can put it on your website, and you just have to think about all of the different ways that somebody could use a video, and then you would communicate that to them. So if they already have a website, again, if you did, like, for example, the paid analysis or even a free analysis, it really depends on what you're trying to accomplish with that. So again, I don't know what your goals are, because the beauty of starting out with a website is, this is the absolute truth too. When I got started, I was not trying to sell websites. I was trying to sell video marketing. But guess what everybody wanted? Everybody wanted a website. So I had to create websites in order to get them to buy what I really wanted them to buy, which was my video marketing services. Because the website, everybody understands they need a website. They all understand that it has to be a website that is mobile responsive. And if they don't understand that, you have a lot of backup for that because of Google's information. And you can easily show them, Google says this, and you can also show them visually, this is what your website looks like on a mobile phone. It needs to look like this. You have those tools with your local theme jack already. You've already got those in your toolkit to show those visual things. So what you have is all of these opportunities, and like Jack said, the idea is you start out, so your website is your foot in the door, but then you want to provide something on a monthly basis. And let's say that our target is a $97 a month income. You can either do that as a package where you give them the option of paying it all up front for a year, so you get you get it all in one lump, or you can do it where they do the setup, whatever that is, and then they pay monthly. And for $97, that would include your hosting, your security, that you would make sure that it's up, and don't worry about that, because your hosting company is going to help you to make sure that your website's up, and if anything goes wrong, they help you fix it to whatever it needs to happen. I mean, I've had websites hacked, and the web hosting company will take it back to the last time it was updated. They'll at least get you back to some point in time. And then you want to have it, your $97 could include a basic video a month. It could include a blog a month, some type of content, photos. It could include whatever it is that you decide to offer to them in a package that gives them value. So think about that. You can package it up so that they'll pay for something in a lump. I have clients who I'll package everything up into an annual price, and then I'll tell them, well, if you pay for it all at once, you save 10% or 15%. Sometimes people will do that to save that 10 or 20%, and then I get a big check. Or no, they'd rather just pay for it month by month. It really depends on the potential client. Any other questions?
Okay, I think we covered a lot. So watch out for an email Tuesday at 11 a.m. EST. We will do for at least for 24 hours a special deal with all the content what we discussed, and probably more than you expect. Because if you would go over in this training, you probably get overwhelmed. So we didn't want to do that. The buy button is not active yet, so you have to wait until Tuesday. And you will have 24 hours at least to grab it for the most affordable price. Okay, so thanks everybody for joining this training. We will extend a little bit on this on Tuesday to go over what is exactly in the training, but check it out on Tuesday, grab it for the most affordable price, because it go up after that. Thank you so much, and look forward to see you in the next training call.